Thank you so much. I mean, first of all, to the members of Parliament, in particular to Philippe de Becker for the invitation, and for Europa Bio here, Carlo and Natalie, to actually let me be here today with you, even if we are having one of the biggest conferences of innovation. For me, it was really important to be here, to actually be present in something that is important, is part of my political message, what you're doing here today. You know, let me start with these words. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Those were actually the words of Carl Sagan, who inspired a generation of scientists to reach for that which seems actually out of reach. And I was just listening to the words of that young man, and you said something that is really at the deep of what we really want, which is basically to have a healthy disregard for the impossible. You know, Larry Page, when he actually with Sergey Brin, they started upon Google, later on someone asked him, why did you get actually into something that was almost impossible? No one believed. And at the time, the very interesting part of the story, they didn't believe it either, because they were not actually creating a page search. They were trying to put together a site to rank internet pages so people could see what were the better and the worse and make these comparisons. And they actually were into a track that they never imagined would become Google. And someone asked him, and he said, look, one of my teachers, very young, when I was very young, told me that. I mean, have a healthy disregard for the impossible. And I think that what we see here today is a group of people that have that on their DNA, that have that healthy disregard for the impossible. And if you don't have that, you cannot make it. I mean, it's impossible to get to what you do. It's impossible to create companies if you don't have that. And it's up to us, the politicians, actually to break down the barriers that make it so difficult for some of you in some countries to do it. Our job is not about really helping you in any other way, is helping you to actually lower those barriers. I was reading this morning, and it's really interesting that you said that Alexander Fleming, in 1928, when he actually discovered penicillin, he got up and he said, when I woke up just after dawn of September 28, 1928, I certainly didn't plan to revolutionize all medicine by discovering the world's first antibiotic. But I suppose that was exactly what I did. So changing the world is exactly that, what companies really that invest like yours will do, little by little. And so I'm really happy to be the one actually announcing the winners for today. And I think that I probably will now just, I know that some of you are thinking if it's you or not, but I'll have here the envelope, and I'm going to do like in the Oscars. I'm going to open it. And so the winners of the Europa Bio 6 Most Innovative European Biotech SME Award are, for the Healthcare Biotech category, Moedas. What they're doing is really something that is changing the world, right? I mean, I think the idea that you can treat leukemia and other blood diseases and actually do these stem cells treatments, that you can actually broaden the scope as we never seen before. I think that's just very honored to meet you here today. And then for the industrial biotech category, and now I don't know if my pronunciation will be right on this one, because I don't know if you pronounce it Celtic renewables or Celtic renewables, but congratulations. So I heard that you transform what people don't drink of whiskey into something, something like that. No, so really, really glad to actually to be the one announcing the prize. I know You know, these prizes are really create the dynamic, give the incentive, and actually push people to get to another level. This morning, we've been talking about the future and what do we think in terms of innovation in science, what will be the future. And I define that strategy as the 3O strategy: open innovation, open science, and open to the world. And I want to see more of that. Companies that are actually based on their knowledge are open to the world. I mean, we're talking here about examples that remind me about other examples, that when you are open, you actually create more jobs, you create more opportunities, people create different companies. I mean, everybody remembers how the genomic project, the big human genomic projects, actually created more than 300,000 jobs because it was an open project. And so I hope that you will be also on that track of being open to the world. And I hope that we'll see you here in Europe, in the Parliament, in the Council, and in the Commission. And I really wish you all the best for the future in an open world, that it's yours. And thank you so much. I'm very moved. And now I think I have to give you the money, right? That's it. No, I'm joking. Thank you very much.